Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a long time since I have sat down and filmed a video for you guys. It has been a pretty busy month to say the least. I think it's been probably about a month since the last time I filmed. And I don't know, April just like flew by and I don't even really know what I did, but I had no time. I was literally like never home. So I had no time to film a video. Since the last time I filmed, I think it was my cousin's birthday, and then it was Easter, and then it was my own birthday. I just turned 26 on April 28. Oh my god, 26 already. Oh my god. I feel like I'm getting so old. I feel like now that I'm getting older, time is just flying and I don't know where it's going, and it just needs to slow down. It just needs to slow down. So yeah, and now it's May and here we are. So I finally found a second to sit down and film for you guys, and I am so excited because I've wanted to do this video for quite some time now. I've had it all ready and knew what I was going to talk about, but I just haven't had the time. So here we are. I don't know if you're going to notice some battle wounds here, but this was from my birthday. We were playing bubble soccer. I've always wanted to play bubble soccer, and I finally had the perfect excuse for everyone to get together and play. You're basically in a giant clear bubble and you play soccer. So you're not really playing soccer, you're just bashing into everybody and flying off the walls and flying off of each other, and honestly, it's so much fun. If you haven't played, you definitely need to go. And anyways, while I was like in the bubble, like my hands were just, because you hold on to this like backpack sort of idea when you're in there, and it's just like really close to your hands, like the bubble to the backpack and what you're like holding on to, and it was just scraping the sides of my hands. So now I'm like taking a while to heal up here. I didn't get into a fight, I promise. No fight here. Anyway, so in today's video, I am going to be talking about beauty hacks. So I have come up with 6 of my top beauty hacks that I use pretty much on a regular basis. Just cheats and tricks that I've learned over the years and I've been using for quite some time. I know I come across many beauty hacks in the world, whether it's on YouTube or just seeing it around social media, and I'm like, I don't know if it's just me, but it never works out, and I try it and I'm like, that's either a lie or I just don't know what I'm doing, but it doesn't work out for me. So these ones that I'm giving to you actually really work, and I swear by them on a daily basis. With that being said, let's just jump right into the video. Beauty hack number 1. We'll just start with the hair. So from time to time, I resort to this way of doing my hair, and it actually gives my hair more volume than I usually do. I often straighten it pin straight just because, I don't know, I find it faster compared to this way that I'm going to show you. I don't know, I just feel like I've just learned to do it really quickly, just to do a pin straight, but when I want that extra volume, it is going to take me a little longer, but not super long where it's like totally gonna waste your time and like be a whole day affair. This is just when you come right out of the shower. For what I do, I just get out of the shower and I towel dry. Basically when it gets like damp, then I'll start to blow dry. I will grab the blow dryer, I have one here, and I will blow dry my hair upside down. So blow drying your hair upside down will give you that volume that you need. Usually I'm just like, and there's like nothing to it and it's going everywhere and I just look like a lion, and I'm just like, I don't care, there's no technique, I'm just blow drying my hair until it's dry. That's all I'm doing. I actually filmed a video on how I straighten my hair. I can link that below if you missed that, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But the trick is, while I'm blow drying upside down, I will grab a brush, any brush. I feel like this one works the best because it's a big paddle brush, and I will blow dry my hair while it's upside down. So I'm literally grabbing the hair and the blow dryer and I'm connecting the two, and I'm just constantly brushing down. But my head's upside down. And I'm just keep brushing and brushing and brushing. You're not gonna like keep the brush over here and like all the way back here. Just have the blow dryer touch the brush. So once majority of it is dried upside down, I will flip my head back up and I will do the same thing. The whole idea is the brush is your best friend. This is what gets out that like curliness. If you have curly hair, for me, I do have curly hair, so it kind of just blows out the curls and the frizz. And you're gonna do this over and over until your hair is completely dry. And that's about it. Once my hair is completely dried, I will then turn my blow dryer into the cool mode, which is usually this little button right here. I'll just hold it down and I will blow dry my hair downwards in this motion, completely on the cold setting, and I'll blow dry it down. You're not going to want to do any of this with the cold because then it's going to defeat the purpose. This eliminates the frizz. It will not completely take out the frizz, of course, but it will eliminate a lot of it. Then once that is all done and you're blessed with beautiful, perfect hair, if you like it and you want to keep it that way, then you're good to go. But for me, I still do have a little bit of frizz and a little bit of like, it's not sleek. So with that, I will grab my straightener and I will separate my hair again, just like I would if I was straightening my hair. And I'll separate it into sections, usually only 2. I don't need to be doing so many sections because I'm not straightening every part of my head because it's not necessary. I'm not doing that pin straight look. And I'll pin it up. Once I have it pinned, here's my clip. So I'll pin it up. Here's the trick. You're gonna wanna grab your straightener and you're gonna wanna straighten literally from here, like more than halfway down, and then straighten. You're not going to touch the roots because this is where your volume is and where your volume wants to stay. It's never going to be like pinned straight up here. It probably will have a little bit of wave work, but I don't care. I want to keep that because it's going to be underneath everything. So to keep that, we want to stay away from the roots. Now, if you want completely straight ends, which sometimes looks a little bit funny in my opinion because you got like all this volume here and then like dead straight ends, go ahead, by all means. If you like that, you keep it there. But for me, I like to curl the ends a little bit just so it gives it kind of more body and kind of like looks more effortless. And while I'm straightening, I'm just gonna turn my straightener slightly inwards. Not like a full out curl, because if I completely turn it, it will turn into a curl. But I'm just gonna grab the ends. I'm just going to slightly turn my wrists and it'll just like frame your boobies. I guess that's the best way I can explain it. And it'll give it that just a little curve that you want. Not a curl, it's like a little bit of a curve, and that's what I want. So the point of this is to keep that volume. So if you're doing the blow drying and the brush effect from the beginning, then that's what we're going for. What you want to do with the ends of your hair, to whether you want it sleek or whether you want it pin straight, whether you want a little bit of that like bend effect, then that's totally up to you. But as long as you have the blow drying done, then you're good to go. Now I know that totally sounds like a whole lot of work, but explaining it takes a lot more than actually doing it. So try it out. Hack number 2. Since we're on the topic of hair, I might as well just do this one next. Bobby pins. I'm not really one for this because I do have thick hair, but from time to time it does happen. Keeping your bobby pins in your head. First of all, if you already didn't know this, this may freak your freak. I just learned this maybe a year or 2 ago. I don't know where I've been, but I know I'm not the only one who didn't know this. So when I was showing my friends, they were like, what? And I was like, I know. So basically, this bobby pin I have been using wrong my entire life. So this flat part, I've always been opening it up with the flat part on the bottom and the jaggedy part on the top and putting it in my hair to put obviously anything back that I want. No, that is actually not how you're supposed to put a bobby pin in your hair. You are supposed to flip it where the jaggedy part is on the bottom and the straight part is on the top.
What?
I had no idea. And when you really think of it, that makes so much more sense. Having the jaggedy part on the bottom probably allows it to stick in your hair better because it's not a flat surface. And then having the flat surface on the top makes it a little bit clearer and more disguised because it's flat to your head. Duh. Yeah, I just learned that, so fun fact. Anyways, speaking of these bobby pins, if you are one for thin hair, I find this is going to be great for you guys, especially if you find that they're coming out a lot and they're not staying in your head. Simply grab some hairspray. I have this big sexy hair here. Honestly, the greatest hairspray on planet Earth. This stuff is like glue, but not making your hair feel like glue. It's just still lightweight, but keeps everything in. It's amazing. Anyways, great. So simply open it up, spray the bobby pin, spray the entire bobby pin. Spray, spray, spray. I'm not gonna do it now. Once it's sprayed, quickly open it up, put it where you gotta put it, and it sticks. Because this will get tacky and then attaching to your own head, it just stays where it's supposed to, and there you go. So beauty hack number 3. Now, we all have those moments when we are too busy to go get our eyebrows waxed, or you're in that middle stage where it's not long enough to go. You're like holding off, but like you really need to go, so what are you gonna do? I can help you. Now, this won't completely disguise the hairs, obviously. They're gonna be there. Until you completely wax them, you'll see them. But you can disguise them a little bit better with concealer. All I do is while I'm putting my concealer on my face, while I'm concealing my eyelids, I'll just grab my beauty blender and I'll, you know, blend it out. And then I'll just grab it and I'll bring it towards my eyebrows and underneath my eyebrow hairs. You get to your top eye and you just conceal your brow hairs. This will just take away that like darkness. So it's not so like, whoa, you need your eyebrows waxed. It's more like, yeah, I can see the hairs, but they're disguised a little bit and I can get away with it for like a couple more days. That's what I do. Like for me today, I definitely have to get them done, but it's at that awkward stage. So I just put some concealer under there and it's not that bad. Beauty hack number 4. This has to do with fallout. So when you're putting on your eyeshadow, usually you have a lot of fallout. Now, this applies more for when you've already put your concealer on or your foundation and you're like, crap, I have a lot of fallout that's about to happen. What am I gonna do? Don't worry, you can fix that. So, easy as grabbing your translucent powder. I have this NARS one here. This is what I use to set my under eyes, so my concealer, wherever I've concealed. To eliminate that fallout from becoming a disaster, you simply, with usually a beauty blender, this is my holy grail sponge. This is the greatest thing on planet Earth, so I always resort back to this. You can use any brush, really, anything that will get under here pretty good. You're going to dip it in the translucent powder and you're going to put a generous amount under your eyes. Now, you don't want to go lightly because then it's going to defeat the purpose. So as long as you're grabbing, you know, I'm not saying, you know, you're gonna dump it on your eyes, but you're gonna wanna dip it in. You want a thick amount and a good amount. You wanna see that like whiteness because that's where the fallout is going to go onto. And once you're done, that's what you're going to later use any brush and you literally just swipe it away. Because you had that thick powder under there, you swipe and it comes right off. So you do this trick and you are saved. So hack number 5. This next one is one of my favorites and I've been doing for quite some time. And when I discovered these little things, I was like, that's it. My life is complete. I will never mess up again. To get the perfect wing. Now I know getting that perfect wing liner is sometimes next to impossible. And takes me about 300 years to get the perfect wing. But, say no more, I have it covered. I discovered these Q-tip things. Q-tip? I don't really know what these are called. I should probably look on that packaging, but let's call it a funky Q-tip. It has a smooth, flat edge on one side. I don't know if you can see that. And it has a pointy side on the other. This pointy side is your best friend. I have a whole, well, this is what I have just like in my beauty room, like on a table, because I use this every single day, so it's just easy to grab. But I do have a whole section dedicated to these, so I'm always stocked up. Now, you did your wing liner and you're like, man, it's not sharp enough, can't cut ya, I want sharper. I use makeup remover wipes. These are what I use every single day. This is what I take my makeup off with. It's just the Neutrogena makeup remover cleansing wipes. Looks like this, nothing fancy. Super soft on your skin and they actually smell pretty good. And they do the job, they take all my makeup off. Anyways, with this, I'll literally just grab the point and I'll open it up and I'll just run it inside, just like to get it kind of damp. And I'll simply grab wherever my wing liner was and I'll line it up and I'll flick it out. And there you go. It cleans it up within seconds, and because it's pointy, it's going to give you that perfect sharp wing. Now I do this, and you can also use Fix Plus. This is Max Fix Plus, just spray it on, or you use a setting spray. I have the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray, spray that, or water. Water is your best friend. If you don't have any of this stuff, Water works just as good. Now don't worry about it if after you've done your makeup and you look and you realize that your wing isn't sharp enough and you're like, oh no, now it's dry and it won't come off. It absolutely will. Think about it, your makeup's been on all day, especially the makeup wipes. Just dip it in here and it'll come right off whether it's dry or not. That's the whole point of makeup wipes, take off your makeup. I use these all the time and I cannot live without them. I go through them like water. You need these in your life. Last but not least, hack number 6. This is probably my beauty hack that I have used forever and ever and ever. I've taught so many people about this one because it's just super easy, and that's the power of the Q-tip. I know we talked about the funky Q-tip. Now we're going to talk about the regular Q-tip. Although the funky Q-tip does the trick just as good, but I figured for the sake of the video and to maybe prolong these beautiful things that I use on a daily basis, I will go to the regular Q-tip. Mascara. I am totally guilty for this. I was really guilty for this a long time ago when I used to put on my mascara and practically draw on my face. I don't know what it was, but every time I put mascara on, you better believe that I just covered my entire face with mascara. Apparently I didn't know how to put it on properly, or I was like, you're gonna get as much product on there as you can and you're just gonna work it. And as I was doing that, I was getting mascara all over my eyelids and making a total disaster. Now, I got you. To clean that up. Now, I still do this to this day. I will still accidentally get some on my eyelids, and then your makeup is completely done and you're like, oh crap, I cannot get out that makeup remover because I will just ruin everything. Here's the trick. You need to let the mascara dry. If you're going to grab the Q-tip while you've just made that mistake, you will smudge it and you will make an even more disaster. You want to let it dry. You get it on your eyelids, keep doing what you're doing, finish the rest of your eyes, let it dry. Like a good 3 minutes. I don't know, as long as it takes for the mascara to dry, let it dry. Then you're going to grab your Q-tip and you're going to take it right off. I swear it comes off like chalk. Easy, simple, gone, disappeared forever. Like I said, you can still use this one. In the end, it's a Q-tip. But if you don't have these and you don't need these, but you got Q-tips because you've been cleaning your ears, then use the Q-tip. So, keyword, let the mascara dry. If you don't let it dry, you defeat the purpose. You've made a disaster. Your job is done. That is probably the best hack I can give anybody. Usually, what I've seen before I've helped my friends out, they'll like lick the Q-tip or wet the Q-tip and like, you know, get it off. Yes, of course it'll work if you didn't put anything on your eyes, whether it was eyeshadow or whatever you did. There's nothing on your lid, so who cares? This is for when you've already put that eyeshadow on and whatever else. You want to grab a dry Q-tip and let the mascara dry, and then that's what cleans it all up perfectly. You do the wet technique? No. And that concludes this video. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys learned a few tips and tricks, or you just learned something new, which hopefully you did. Makes me super happy. And you can pass them on to your friends and family to help them out. If you enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up and let me know if you would like to see more, because I do have a few more beauty hacks under my sleeve. These are just the ones that I use on an everyday basis, like I said, so I want to share these ones first. But if you would like to see more on what I know, then I will be sure to film that for you as well. Anyways, I'm sorry it has been a super long time since I filmed. Like I said, it was just a disaster. I was just so busy, and my allergies, everybody, are killing me. Like right now, I got my best friend, these tissues. Holy, it's almost empty. My nose just keeps dripping and dripping. My eyes are so itchy. They're red. They're irritated. I keep sneezing. Oh my. It was so hard for me to sit down and film because I couldn't focus, and I couldn't even put makeup on. So finally, we're cooling down. I put some allergy pills in my body and we are good. I'm stable. We're good to go. My goal is to get up 2 videos for you in a week. That is not happening. I was doing 1 video a week, which was, you know, pretty good, minus this pause that I had. But 2 videos a week is my goal. I am trying, but it's just not working out. But just know, these are my goals in life, and I will reach those goals for you. and I will get those videos up because I have so many videos that I want to film. I have so many ideas that I want to share with you, and I'm working on it. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.